good morning, good evening, good hello. I'm Aeson and Master Psychic, sitting down with premium, premier, dedicated British psychic Hazel Firefly. How are you?
Bloody knackered.
Oh, I bet. Welcome to Mercury in retrograde, gone on coconuts.
Add Parker to the mix as well.
Well, he's going to get more affected by it.
He is. He is,
Here's
bless
why.
him.
He's so tiny, and he's got so much gravity going on him.
I took him, he slept over last night because it's a bank holiday weekend, you.
Mm-hmm.
So he had me up at 5:30. Brought him down, give him his bottle. He was sleeping again by 9 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
So then I took him shopping. He's like an old lady magnet.
Well, I don't think that's your shopping area, is it? I figured you were going for younger this time.
He is. Every old lady in the shop had to come and speak to him.
Aw. You need a different shop then.
Oh,
Go
I
to
need a
Hot
good
Topic.
night's sleep.
You'll get a good night's sleep, but it's Mercury in retrograde.
Good point. Hi, Brenda.
Hi, Brenda. All right. I'm going to take on Brenda's question here in a minute. Brenda, when do you feel sleepy? She'll come back to us on that. The reason I
She
say
will.
that is the more I dig into this sleep pattern stuff, the more I find that it's connected to biorhythms.
My sleep pattern is all up the spout anyway.
Right.
And you'll find as well through while you're doing your investigation, people, females that are going through the change or premenopausal, they don't know what sleep is.
Well, and that's understandable. But what I'm finding as I look for it is it's really tied back into tribal human bio behaviors. So this is how far we're going back with this, guys. We're going back to hunter and gathering times that your body is pre-programmed to sleep at a certain time.
That makes sense.
Okay. We have night owls and we have and we have morning people, but it's actually even deeper than that.
Yeah.
Okay. Because when we were hunter-gatherers, we had people that had to stay up during the night to hunt, to protect the tribe, that type of thing. We had, and this is probably why women going through the change have a problem sleeping, is we have people that were basically raising children. And so with that, they were up at all hours of the night and day as a group. Yep. So, and then, then you have the retrograde that we're talking about today.
That don't help at all.
It doesn't, because we start getting weird signals. We will call it gravity for the betterment of everything. Everything has a gravitational pull. The Earth has a gravitational pull. If we didn't have a gravitational pull, we would fly off it. The same thing with why you can stay on the back of a motorbike. If the motorbike stops, you fly off it.
Could you imagine me sitting on a motorbike?
Yes. I would love to see you on the back of a cruising Harley.
My feet don't even touch the floor on a push bike.
That's why we get you a ladies' Harley that sits lower and has smaller tires.
And I think as well, this retrograde is really kicking the weather about this time.
Oh, it's kicking the weather. It's kicking the planet. We've had hurricanes in Hawaii. We've got volcanoes erupting all over the place. We've got earthquakes going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Because, we have, let me see what all we got in current retrograde. We have Mercury in retrograde. We have Saturn in retrograde. I don't want to know what sign it affects. I hate this program. I really do.
Oh, Brenda, I'm so jealous. I'm just a smidge under 5 foot. But yet both the boys tower me.
Yeah, you can definitely ride a bike. I have a friend that's 5'4", and she has a Harley Spider, I think it is. It's a 3-wheeler.
See here.
Yep. And
I don't think I'd be safe on a bike.
I think you would be. I think if you're a safe driver, you're a safe bike rider.
True.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you'd be perfectly fine on a bike. Okay, so we've got one more day of Mercury in retrograde, and then we get out of it.
But isn't this one we are not out of it long before we go straight into another one?
We're in other retrogrades. See, everyone talks about Mercury because it causes the biggest problem. So Mercury's coming out. And it will not go back into retrograde until Satan shadows on the 7th. Okay, so it retrogrades on November 25th.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me.
In Sagittarius. This one has been in Virgo, which is order, access, and all that. Sagittarians will be for goals and aberrations and like changing systems. So that'll be interesting. Neptune is in retrograde, I believe still.
Brenda, what's the weirdest thing you have happened during retrogrades?
If you're feeling unbalanced, you can think Neptune, and that's holding out to December 7th.
Oh, bloody hell, that's a long one.
Yeah, it's from July to December.
Ooh.
Okay, and it makes people feel either unbalanced or they're forced to go, oh, damn, and face reality.
Right.
And I believe, is it Saturn also? Because I think someone's pissing Saturn off. In Gemini. Yeah, till November. Saturn is in retrograde.
I know they said this year was going to be a bad one for all
well,
the retrogrades and the spinning of things. And
right. It's a lot to take in. Let's see. So Mercury's done retrograding tomorrow. Saturn is done November 15th. Uranus finished. No, Uranus is getting ready to go into retrograde in September 1st. This is where we need to embrace change. We may even find outdated views no longer serve us and are not aligning with our current beliefs during this time. Take a small step towards implementing changes. Neptune will stay in retrograde till December 7th. Pluto is in retrograde till October the 11th.
it's crazy.
It is, but at the same time, it's like, oh my God, what are we doing with this?
Yeah.
Okay, what does all this mean? All this means is the gravity that we normally feel like from Saturn, it's like, get it done now, is going, yeah, you might want to, you might not.
Some people also feel like, how can I explain this? You're on an emotional roller coaster.
That's Uranus.
Can you not talk about my bum like that, please?
Well, I'm not talking about your bum like that. Uranus is making you feel unbalanced, unstable. This is you shifting beliefs, shifting focus, shifting what you want and how you want.
Yeah.
It's very difficult for the Uranus to get their act together. Because Uranus is normally our daydreamer, our, fantasy land creator. And he's going, nah, let's get back to reality.
Yeah.
To reality, back to life. Yeah, that's what he's doing.
You could piss off, I've had enough.
Right. And that's when you look at him and go, okay, fine, I will rock through this and just organize myself to where I'm happy with my life.
Yeah.
So how did we deal with Mercury in retrograde? We got through it like a damn war zone.
Yeah. And it's funny you should say that, because if you look at everything that's gone on in the world the last few months, we've had more bad news than we ever have.
Right. If you watch the news.
We've had disaster after disaster with, I'm going to say, nature's ways. We've seen bushfires like we've never seen before. Volcanoes flooding, and it's just a mess.
Right. But that's all, and that has to do with all these retrogrades hitting at the same time. I mean, now, we will either have 3 to 5 planets in retrograde at the moment.
Oh, and that's a lot.
That is a lot. It normally isn't that heavy on us. We normally get 1 or 2. Mish, good day. How are you?
I take it from Good Day that Mish is in Australia?
Yes. Which they've had some fun going on down there.
They have, bless them. Do you know what, Mish? That always gets me, because you're just getting up and I'll be going to bed soon, because it's after 10 in the evening here.
They're 14 hours ahead of you. Well, 14 hours ahead of me, because my day is 14 hours ahead of everybody.
Yeah.
So, but no. So these retrogrades get you when they start pushing things, making changes. And it's kind of like if you were used to walking on Earth, and all of a sudden you're walking in water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You feel like there's something pulling you backwards.
And, I really think Microsoft needs to hire an astrologist.
Yeah.
And here's why. They released an update that's basically crashing computers. We talked about it on Mountain Bears Dudes. If you missed that show, it's in the playlist. But they done it right in the middle of a Mercury retrograde, and I'm like, nope.
Do you know, It's funny you say that. I've got an update waiting on my Mac. My Mac don't like it and will not do it.
Right.
It's crazy.
No, it's not. It's actually the Mac going, and nope. I work for a psychic. I know that it's a Mercury retrograde. You can wait till later.
And I love my Mac. Don't go breaking on me, Mac. Leave it. Go to the kitchen. Let something in the kitchen break.
Exactly. Yep. She's the future girl.
She's the girl that gets everything before me. Father Christmas, New Year's Eve.
Tomorrow, Mercury in retrograde is done at 7:28 -5 GMT.
7:28, so that'd be 2 in the afternoon for me.
Yes.
That's when you'll see me having a party.
Post it on Facebook that you're having a party.
I tell you what.
Yes, technically for you today sometime. I don't know the exact calculation, but it's sometime for you today. So take that 7:28 -5 GMT and subtract it from your time. It'll be sometime during your night. And then, like, if you got to sign contracts, that type of thing, do it then.
So another 14 hours and my kitchen will have survived this one.
Yes.
I'm staying out of there.
Get you a to-go box.
As the running joke is on here, every time we have a retrograde, something in my kitchen blows up.
Yes. Every time we have a Mercury in retrograde,
the
kitchen blows up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the standing joke now.
And, you need to take the car to the garage after this.
Yeah. It's due its MOT, I think, November.
Yep. No, you want that before. Go in early.
Right, okay.
Oh, wow, miss. Her whole kitchen blew up.
See?
Well, flooded.
Isn't it weird how it affects us? And I think you came in just after we said, Mish, like the weather as well, like the bushfires you've had, the flooding. That's never heard of, in Australia.
Yeah, they normally have pretty stable weather, I believe.
Yeah.
And it's winter for them right now. For them to have bushfires in the winter, that's just weird.
It's crazy.
Yeah. And then my friend in Hawaii just went through a hurricane. But he's got one right behind it.
The thing is, our weather is going to get worse.
Well, it is, and it's changing. I mean, we're already having like September weather here. I went for my mini day off to go swimming, and the water was too cold.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Droughts, flooding, rains. It's more of a cycle there.
Now, over here this year, we haven't had a brilliant summer. We've had a few really hot days that the weather forecasters say is a heat wave.
Okay. Can we talk about weather forecasters?
Go on.
I would love for them to have feedback like we do.
Yes. Yeah.
Because they would be one-starred to death.
They would be shit. That would be the only comment there. I also think as well, now I don't know how other people think.
Right.
The UK summers are getting later. They start in later in the year. And they last in later into the year. Really? Yeah. I've noticed that.
See, I've noticed that here, now granted, I don't know, I'm the type I walk out, it's hot. Okay, so it's going to be a hot day today. Like, that's the level of weather forecasting that I get up to.
Yeah.
But I've noticed that we are having an earlier or a false fall, and we had a early summer.
Yeah.
So our clock, and no one really took notice of this, took notice of the news story, took notice of anything. Do you remember the nuclear power plant that messed up in Japan and it rocked the planet like 0.8 degrees? It's really made a change in the weather.
See, it's crazy, isn't it? Because our summer used to start in May. Mm-hmm. May the 1st is a national bank holiday over here.
Mm-hmm.
That used to be like when our summer started.
Right.
But now our summer don't seem to start till the end of July, and it's been crap this year anyway.
Right. For us, it normally starts the 3rd week in May.
Yeah.
I agree, Mish. These are the natural progressional changes of the Earth.
Yeah.
Okay. We go through hot cycles. We go through cold cycles. She goes through temperature changes. It depends on also where our galaxy is placed within the universe.
Yeah.
Okay, because we've also entered a different space of galaxy that we haven't seen in like, I think it's like 400,000 years or so, at least. So there's a different gravitational field going on there.
Mish, you have hit the nail on the head. That is so true.
Right.
So true.
Yeah. It used to be like you would have to come inside between 11 and, for us, it was 11 and 2. We had to be inside because it was so hot. Now it's like as soon as the kids are like ready to go play, it's roasted.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're right.
But then I find it's really hot throughout the night as well.
Here it's not been that way. We've gotten more cold at night.
Right.
And these are natural, and we're going to talk about cycles and systems in a future show. But these are the cycles we're going through.
Yes.
And these affect the planet, but then they even affect us. If you notice how people are, it used to be in the summer is when you got the wild stories, the insane stories, like man kills 40 people or five, and it was the hotter it is, the crazier the people are.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we're seeing, like, I can literally look at the news and say Mercury in retrograde, Neptune in retrograde, Neptune in retrograde, Mercury in retrograde, because it's just like, well, that's insane.
Yeah. It's just crazy.
Oh, so you've got an interesting flow here. So in Australia, Mist is, they're in winter here. Nights are cold. Days are warmer than normal. But next week it's going to be back to winter again. You have another Antarctic storm coming up, Mist?
I have a client in Melbourne, and we always speak about the weather. Mm-hmm. And their winter is like the start of our summer.
Uh-huh.
Because our sun, we don't know what sun is.
Right.
And he always says to me, the weather is crazy at the moment. Because I joke and say, can you send me the sun? And he's like, well, it's coming into winter. And I'm like, your winter's still warmer than my summer.
I don't know. They were freaking cold there last week. Like, they were bitter cold because one of my DJs lives just outside of Melbourne, and they got a Antarctic storm. And he was telling me it was like -4 there. I'm like, that's too cold. Because he's giving it to me in Celsius. Like, I'm getting used to things in Celsius.
But my old nan, and I bet the ladies will agree, we need the frost and the cold to kill all the bugs and germs.
Very.
And that's why I love summer, because then it gives the build up. And then we come into the colder months. I love autumn because I love all the leaves falling.
See, and for me, I'm a different cycle. I love my springs and I love my summers. I begin getting aggravated with my falls, and I hate my winters purely.
See, I love winter.
I hurt. I'm an old man. I get bitchy.
Nothing unusual there then.
Extra bitchy, actually. Yeah.
Oh, see, that's really interesting.
Right. Yeah. They need a really good summer this year. Frost. Yeah. Hopefully you guys will have a great spring. Hopefully we will have a mild fall. Maybe even a hot Indian summer. That would be nice. We haven't had one of those for a while.
Let me just check, because I'm sure I seen on my weather this week that it was going to be really warm for us. On Wednesday, it's supposed to be 25 degrees. That is really, really warm for us. Then we drop straight down to 16.
Well, we're at 32 today. We're going to be at 33 tomorrow, 34 on Wednesday, 33 on Thursday. We're staying in the 30s, and then we're going to be dropping into the 20s.
Oh, see, 30s, I'd be like a pig on a spit roast.
See, I love it when, like, this weather right now is perfect.
Oh, God, no.
It's sunny, it's warm, it's hot. Now, Thursday through Monday, we're going to have a storm come through, and it's going to be rainy, and that's why we're dropping down to the 20s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, and I think that's one of the things we benefit from where I live, is I'm really near the coast as well.
And I think we will survive the next few years. I think, however, we're going to have to sit down and have a conversation about breaking these seasons up a little more. Wow, it's going up to 29 Celsius. That'll be nice.
Google what 25 degrees is in Celsius. .77 Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
See, that's a killer for me. That's just too warm. But then we are not used to that heat in the UK.
Right, you're not. You know, in the UK, I think I would be upset most of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be a grumpy old man.
Yep.
I'd be giving you a wooden spoon to hit that saucepan.
You know, and for me, it's like my ultimate goal is to get to somewhere where I never see snow again. Personally. Like, if it stays between 70 and 95, I'm happy. Well, today we're talking about Mercury in retrograde. Every week we talk about a different topic and give you information on it, but also we talk about life and how to actually apply these metaphysical properties.
Oh, wow.
You've never seen snow? Oh, honey. It's this white, flaky, cold, messy crap. We lose power. We lose cable. It's terrible.
That's when the odd socks come out for the kids' hands for them to go and play in it. Because we fed up at drying the gloves.
Well, or the gloves are just not thick enough and you have to put the socks over the gloves.
Oh, miss, you're not missing out, I promise you.
Nope.
It's so messy.
And dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got to take a break.
Yes, I do. I will
See,
be right back.
I reminded you again.
You're going to have to remind me because I get into talking.
Right. I'll kick you
Love diving into metaphysical topics, psychic insights, and lively discussions. Now you can help keep the conversation going. By becoming a Patreon supporter of The Psychic Coffee Shop, you'll gain access to exclusive content, behind-the-scenes insights, and special perks just for our patrons. Join our community and ensure that your favorite psychic show continues to thrive. Your support helps us bring more enlightening episodes, special guests, and deep dives into the world of the unseen. Become a patron today and enjoy a cup of wisdom with us every week. Click the link to join the baristas and unlock exclusive content. Thank you for your support.
Unlock your full potential with Aeson Knight's life coaching. Are you ready to take control of your life and manifest the future you deserve? Aeson Knight, a seasoned life coach and master psychic, is here to guide you on a transformative journey. Whether you're navigating personal challenges, career transitions, or seeking spiritual growth, Aeson's life coaching services offer tailored guidance to help you achieve your goals. With Aeson by your side, you'll discover the tools to overcome obstacles, embrace your true self, and create a life filled with purpose and fulfillment. His unique blend of spiritual insight and practical coaching empowers you to turn your dreams into reality. Ready to make a change? Book your session today and start your journey to a more empowered, balanced, and joyful life with Aeson Knight. Click the link to schedule your first session and step into your power.
Are you ready for an electrifying podcast experience that keeps you coming back for more? Join Aeson Knight every week as he takes you on a journey through captivating shows, each exploring unique and fascinating topics. And here's the best part. By subscribing, you'll never miss an episode where you can get your burning questions answered live on air, absolutely free. Whether it's relationship advice, career guidance, or mystical insights, Aeson's podcasts have got you covered. When you subscribe, you become part of a vibrant community, engaging directly with Aeson as he shares his wisdom and leaves you feeling empowered and enlightened. Don't miss out. Subscribe now and be part of the conversation. What you'll get by subscribing: Monday 5 p.m. Metaphysics Today, Soulful Conversations with Aeson and Fire Fly, exploring the essence of metaphysics in today's world. Tuesday 8 p.m. The Psychic Coffee Shop, dive into current events with a psychic twist, featuring special guests and thought-provoking discussions. Friday 9 p.m. The Mountain Bears Podcast, lively discussions from a gayish, techie-ish, bearish perspective with Aeson and Joe. Sunday 5 p.m., Psychic That Plans. Get a weekly tarot energy overview and time management tips from Aeson Knight. Click here to subscribe now and never miss an episode. By subscribing, you're not just tuning in, you're joining a community of curious minds and ensuring you're always in the loop with Aeson's insightful and interactive shows. Don't wait. Hit that subscribe button and get ready for an amazing podcast journey.
Ready for an enchanting journey of self-discovery? Join Lord Aeson Knight in our Wicca courses. Unveil the secrets of Wicca. Explore deity relationships, rituals, and more. As a third-degree high priest, Aeson Knight guides you toward empowerment and enlightenment. Enroll today and take your first step into the magical circle. Click the link to begin your journey.
Psychic Saturday. Get 50% off with Aeson Knight every third Saturday of the month. Don't miss out. Book now.
All right. Welcome back. No, you're not missing out, now, honey. Promise you on that one. So what do we do when these things occur? Personally, I like to plan versus react, meaning I'm going to act instead of react to things. So like I see Mercury retrograde popping up on the calendar where I'm going to run a backup of my computer. It's going to be sitting over there, not running on the computer as I need it to. It's just going to be waiting for when the computer fails. I'm taking the car to the garage before or after, one of the two. I keep my personal appliance shopper on speed dial during the whole time. I make sure I have credit available to do so. I don't argue with my husband during a Mercury retrograde. Forget it. I will keep a list and tear him apart later.
Poor Joe.
What?
Don't be nasty to him. He's a little gentle soul.
Uh-huh. He got you food. He got you so food. Saturn's in retrograde, I tend to make sure that I've got things on auto payment. I make sure that everything is in order so that I don't have to be trying to keep to my routine.
Yeah.
I let my routine just flow.
Yeah. I think when there's a retrograde, I always say I just ride the storm out.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only way to explain it.
Right.
And it is like a bloody storm.
Mm-hmm. It is. It's a very quick storm that lasts about 3 weeks for Mercury.
Yeah.
Pluto in retrograde. We're seeing Pluto in retrograde.
Yeah.
Especially here in the U.S. We have, Oompa Loompa running around for president. And now we have Madam Kamala Harris running for president when we thought we would have Biden and Kamala. And this new dude that I don't know too well, but I'm sorry, I can't vote for Oompa Loompa. But we're seeing that in politicism. You're seeing it in political action there. I mean, you got a new MP.
Yeah.
There's talks of you picking up your vagabonds from California.
Our taxes are going up.
Well, of course, your taxes are going up because the laborer is in control.
See, I've got really mixed feelings on that.
Okay.
There's no way I would want the Conservatives in.
No.
Because this is going to sound so random, it really sticks in my mind what Margaret Thatcher done when I was a child.
You mean the Iron Maiden?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I like her leading style. I did not like the bargain she made to get Britain where it needed to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. That's the hard low there. And it's not that I'm anti-conservative, but I promise you, and it's a trade-off.
Yeah.
Okay. If we have the labor force in control, your taxes go up, but your services go up.
Yeah.
If we have the conservatives in control, your taxes go down, but your services go down.
The thing is, already, I feel sorry for him in a way, because he's walked into our country, and our country is fucked.
So you can cuss on this show.
Our country is fucked, basically. So he is now got to pick up all the bills from COVID, because obviously we were in lockdown for a lot longer than yourselves.
But you lost less people.
Yeah. But like most people who were, they were still paid for being sat at home because that's what they said. So there's that bill to pick up. But my biggest thing is the future.
Right. And I feel like that this will be handled the same as if when we've had war or we've had famine or we've had floods or any other disasters, we pay the bill eventually.
Yeah.
And we get on with it.
Yeah.
Okay. And, and this is what, and they make big news out of this stuff. And it's like, really, dudes?
Yeah.
We've done this before. We've handled this before. And, I think it was yesterday they were on the floor and there's this older man, white-haired. I know that doesn't help much. And I think he's Lord something another. And he literally looked at him and said, "Are y'all guys going to stop whining and let's get on with this?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, that is the best politician. I mean, he's been in that as long as I've watched your party.
Yeah.
And he's just like, let's vote. Let's get this over with. This is what we need to do. This is what's best for our people.
Because over here, like if they want a law changed, like there's a big one going on at the moment about a family who are trying to keep their child alive through medical issues.
Right.
Before any doctor can make a decision, that has to go to the House of Lords for them to say if it's worthy of going higher up or not.
Right.
Everything got to go through the House of Lords.
Right. But what I find interesting is there's no dooring through your system. Okay? Like, they have to state their shit and they can get called on their shit.
I could tell you now, there's more money passing back and forth there than anything.
Right. But, your petroleum company isn't controlling your House of Lords.
No.
Okay, your Meta company isn't controlling your House of Lords.
No.
Okay, us, that's all we hear about.
Right, yeah. So where does yours get controlled in different ways? But there's ways and means in every government, isn't there?
There is, but I like your system better because if they stayed on that floor, they're going to get called on it. It isn't like they're getting called on the news, the Friday night news about something they said 6 months ago.
You just like seeing them scrap.
I do. I love when the MP has to respond. Like, I would love to see any president on the floor, not making a speech, but they have to literally debate the House.
Yeah.
Okay? And there's been some bollocks there.
Yeah.
You know, and that's when it's like, now we see where your colors are. Because it isn't this prepared statement. It's like, the lady in second, you're full of shit. Like, I don't know where you get your numbers from, because I'm looking at our debt. And the only way we can fix this because I know the taxes they were debating that you talked about. And it's not only to pay those bills, but it's also to pay for more housing.
Yeah.
Because a lot of your housing there some of it is apparently in the north, still left over from World War II.
Yeah. I'm in one of those houses.
Yeah.
And you know what? I will say they're the best built houses ever.
Mm-hmm.
But over here now, this is what you might find interesting, guys. You know, you get private bills.
Right.
The companies that come in and do the private houses. If they ask for planning permission for, say, 10 private houses, 3 of those have got to be handed to the council.
Right.
For housing association.
Right. Yeah. But like apparently like some of the houses have gotten to where they cost more to upkeep.
Yeah.
Than the work.
I wonder, I was reading one last night about Scotland. Brenda'll be interested in this. Let me see if I can find it. Have they taken it off yet? You know, that stuff that was in that London block of fire?
Yeah.
Back last year?
Yes.
They've just found that in a big block of flats in Scotland.
Yeah.
They've given everybody just 2 hours to leave their property.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Now, I'm sure they'll be allowed back in to get their stuff, but it's like, no, you can't stay here. This is a fire risk.
Yeah.
Here in the U.S., that would have been covered up so damn deep, it would have took a research team of 5 to 10 people to find it, and it would have been posted there.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just looking now because there's another big fire in London in a tower block.
Right.
And do you have tower blocks over there?
We do not.
Right.
Yeah. All our homes are private owned homes, and if you're in government housing, it's more like the ghettos of Germany.
Right.
And there's no upkeep to it. Like they build you a brick box, and they'll come in once every 20 years and replace the carpet. It was big news here, and nobody talked about it, as some of our government housing has asbestos in it.
See, all that was removed from our houses, I'd say 15 years ago.
Yeah.
And I'm in a housing association house.
Right.
A lot of the repairs I do myself, for the simple reason I don't want workmen coming in and out of my house when I'm working.
Right.
But I can phone with a query and they'll have given me a date by the end of the day to get works done.
Yeah. But there's a lot of benefits to that. One, like everything is standardized, conceptualized.
Yeah.
Repairs are done. Like you just got what, repainted?
We have to do things like that ourselves.
Okay.
But for things like our gas boiler gets checked every 12 months.
Right.
Our wiring gets checked every 2 years.
And if it's
So-
wrong, they fix it at their
Yeah.
cost. Well,
Yeah.
at your joint cost. But I don't know. It seems like the European countries, now France is a little bit different. Spain is insane.
Yeah.
But their parliament, they make people go through metal detectors because they're afraid people are carrying guns to shoot people that argue with them.
See, we've just brought out a new knife law here.
Oh, yes. I want to talk about this real quick, guys. Granted, I know it's different. Okay. In America, we're still debating guns.
Yeah.
Okay. And they're always flacking the British for not having guns because they can't protect themselves. All right, so that's the U.S. view. Y'all guys took guns out of, other than like hunting rifles. What weapons are legal there as far as guns?
No handguns. Hunting rifles are legal, but you have to have them in a big steel case.
Right.
2 key holders. One is yourself, and one has to be somebody of authority.
Right.
And you have to sign documents, and the police can turn up at any time to check that they are all locked up.
Right. Okay. But like, you guys have hunting rifles. You don't have AK-47s.
No.
You don't have any of these military weapons in even police hands.
No.
Okay. Handguns aren't even with the police. Like, special police have a gun.
Yeah. Armed police, obviously, because they are fully qualified. Our police carry tasers with them. But they've got to have certain qualifications to be able to carry them.
Right. Okay. Now you guys are having to debate knives.
Yes. Stabbings in the UK are the highest ever.
Right.
We've got a big thing over here called zombie knives.
Okay.
If you Google it, you would understand why they're called zombie knives.
Okay.
They've banned them. I think it's about 12 months, we do a knife amnesty over here, where any dangerous knife can be handed into the police, no questions asked.
Right.
They have now changed the law on zombie knives, flick knives, anything that's got a larger blade on them. Because I think their way of thinking is the longer the blade, the more damage you can do.
See, here's the thing. This is where I'm like, no, we need to get better mental health in the planet.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Like, we can regulate weapons out the yin-yang. And, my personal opinion is if someone can have an AK-47, then I can have a tank. In my viewpoint.
Yeah.
I am one for smart Second Amendment rights. But I think we've got to push mental health. And this is the failing I see in every government, is they will regulate the hell out of a weapon, but they will not regulate the hell out of mental health and go, everyone, this is, you do your vaccine and then you get a mental check.
Yeah. We have, I'm not going to say they're brilliant, but we have, I'm going to say, pretty good mental health services compared to yours.
Yes, much better.
And I don't mean that in a derogatory way at all.
There's no derogatory to it. It's truth.
Yeah.
Pure, unadulterated truth.
Because I can't understand how the children over with you in that side of the world There you go.
Right.
Brenda's got it. I can't understand how children can have guns, go into a school and let rip on everyone.
Right. "81 inches."
No, I think Brenda means 8 inches.
With separate edges. Survival knives. Oh, okay. Yeah, those things are the most damn useless knife.
Yeah. But they don't just stick them in over you, they turn them.
Right, because that's what they're designed to do.
Yeah.
Okay, these are knives that are designed to take on stuff. Yeah, 8 inches. We translated, Brenda. We translated. Yeah, those are the most useless knives. Like, I've got a few Bowies and all that, but they're useless. The only thing they're going to take down is a crocodile.
Not over you, they're not.
For it.
Because they actually sharpen up the edges.
I know. Like, that's misuse of them.
Yeah, and that's why they've banned them. Let me see if I can find out what the other one was.
But during the retrograde, you're going to see more of this because it affects the mental health a lot.
Right. It will be a criminal offence to own or possess a zombie-style knife, a machete, butterfly knives, samurai swords, and push daggers.
Right.
And that's scary to think that people carry them with them anyway.
What are you going to do with a machete other than chop down some bamboo? And the last time I checked, it doesn't grow there.
No, it don't. It don't. And that's the thing, Brenda, because I think because you're used to knives for different things, like you over there use them for the right reasons.
Right, but that's because, insanity occurs here.
Yeah.
Okay. And these are normally desperately people that are desperate and have mental setups.
Yeah.
Okay, that are problematical and are not the best place.
Do you have a lot of arson attacks over there?
No.
See, that's a massive thing over here at the moment.
Now, do you think that's left over from the Irish?
It's all domestic.
That was their thing.
No, I don't think it's anything to do with them. This is like all domestic. Like within family homes. This week, there's been the loss of either 3 or 4 children and a mum.
That's insane. That is insane completely.
Yeah.
But no, and I'm quite sure if we took and we tracked the retrogrades, criminal activity would go up when Mercury's in retrograde, especially weird domestic style.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So when are you working, Miss Hazel?
I'm back to my normal days now. Parker Bear have gone home.
Right.
So I'll be from around between 8 and 9 in the morning till around midnight on Life Reader. On Fortunica will be the same hours, but I normally log off about 9 o'clock on there.
Okay.
Between 9 and 10. Because it's like that's when I start winding down.
See, and I'm hitting the networks about 10 p.m. this week. And I'm going to be on to about 9 a.m. with a break in the middle.
Yeah. Breaks are important.
Very. And I'm on Keen, I'm on Zodiac, I'm on Life Reader. Life Reader was quiet. Fortunica, Terraophysis, Bob's Best American. Basically, just Google my name. Or you can book an appointment. I have a sale going on Saturday, which is 50% off limited appointments, and they must be booked 24 hours in advance.
Yes.
All right, then, guys. let me take care of our Patreons. Now, if you guys want to support our patrons, don't use the Patreon app. Please don't use it. But thank you, Beverly Walker, Mika G, Brenda, Joan Owens, Shannon C, Shannon D, Lady Gwendolyn, Caitlin Bell, Devin, and Maria Myers. If you'd like to support us, please visit pcspnetwork.com, not on your Apple device. And here's why I keep saying not on your Apple device. They're charging 30% extra, and that price is charged to you.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
Yep. We saw it, and I was like, Patrons, what you want to do? And they're like, they'll have to pass it. You have to pass that on because we charge, like, our lowest tier is $1 a month, US. And that would have made that tier only like 30 cents a month. And it's like that. Most of our patrons are $1 a month.
Yeah. It's crazy. Everything is going up so much, though.
It's these nickel and diming fees. 30% this, 2% that, 5% this, and nobody calculates that.
But at the end of the month, those little percentages work out to be a lot.
They do. And that's why I like hard, solid numbers on things. All right, guys. You guys have a great evening. I will be back at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with the Psychic Coffee Shop and my co-host, Joe. And Hazel will be back next week with us.
I shall. And next week, we are talking about the changing cycles of life.
Yes, different phases.
Yes. So that will be interesting.
It will. All right, guys. We'll talk to you later.
Bye.